Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Gratzky and I'm going to show you how to start our one-point perspective lesson. So what is one-point perspective? One-point perspective is when you are drawing a picture that has one vanishing point and often a horizon line. You might see images that have one-point perspective when you look at images of roads or railways, hallways, buildings, or sometimes even looking at a room. So why would you want to learn how to draw one-point perspective? It's a great method that shows you how things appear smaller as they get further away. Using converging lines and a vanishing point and a horizon line if you're outdoors. And it's also a way of making flat objects that are put on paper or a surface to make them look three-dimensional and realistic. So let's get started. The supplies you're going to need is a blank piece of paper. If you don't have blank paper, you can use your notebook paper. You're going to want a pencil with an eraser. Eventually, probably some type of black marker or even a pen, but for outlining later on. And if you have a ruler, that would be great. Or if you don't have a ruler, something that will allow you to have a straight edge. You could even find a piece of something from the mail that is firm that you could draw along. Maybe the side of a box, a glue stick box, you could use that as a straight edge. Okay, so we're gonna get started and you can decide on what shapes you want to do. The simpler the shape, the easier. They are going to be geometric shapes. The more angles the shape has, the more complicated it's going to be. So if one-point perspective seems very challenging to you from the previous presentation and looking at student work, then you might just want to stick with rectangles or squares, maybe triangles. If you want to get more complicated than that, you certainly can, but it's really up to you. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to start with a triangle, and I'm going to do different sizes. I'm going to do... Let me do a kind of a 2-inch triangle here. I'm looking at my ruler since it has the markings. It's a little, not quite 2 inches. Again, I'm going to draw really hard, but please make sure you guys are drawing light. All right, there. And now I'm going to do... So I have now 5 shapes of various sizes scattered on my paper. I don't have an area that looks extremely empty, so overall this is a pretty good composition. So now I need to create my vanishing point. I'm going to create my vanishing point right here. I'm going to mark that VP just for you guys, but you don't have to do that. You want to make yours very light on your paper. Now I'm going to go from the corner of my square here to my vanishing point, to my vanishing point. And I want to cut this off. I need my box to have an ending or a backside. So this is a vertical line. I'm going to create another vertical line between my converging lines right there. And that creates the stopping point of my box, and I'm going to erase those guidelines or those converging lines. And that's the backside of my box, and that's the front of my box. I won't see the top of my box because the top line of my box is above my vanishing point. So I will only see the side of the box, two sides, the front side and the converging side. Now let's do our triangle. To the vanishing point, to the vanishing point. Okay, but I need to cut it off or stop it. I'm going to stop it right about here, and I need to repeat this horizontal line. It just gets repeated here. I decide where. It's your decision as the artist. And then I erase my converging lines. And there I have a 3D shape. I do not see the other sides of my triangle because it is above the vanishing point. Let me keep going. Ooh, on this one, I see three sides, 1, 2, 3. I have to stop, put a stop to them or cut them off. So I'm going to do a horizontal line is here, so I have to do a horizontal line here. This is a vertical line, so I need to do a vertical line, and I need that vertical line to meet up right here at this point. So it looks like the box is truly three-dimensional. And now I erase my guidelines or my converging lines. Oops, I erased too much. So notice this corner is going behind that. If I have that situation, I'm going to there, and then I can jump over and go to there. I do not have to draw a line for these other corners because they are too far above my vanishing point. So I need to stop this box. This is a diagonal line here, so I have to repeat that. And I think I'll repeat it right here. Stop my box. It stops behind the rectangle. Make sure you're really lining up your corners to your vanishing point, and that your straight edge or your ruler doesn't move on you. Okay, now I have to, here's the front of my rectangle. I have to put a back on it. I have to cut it off. So vertical line. And then from that little point, I need to do another horizontal line to create the back of my rectangular box here. And erase any pencil lines that might be showing here. And we'll stop there for today.